from the team called the morning steam. It's time to break run for cover. Let's gonna cover. Let's gonna cash. And we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
Steam play.
And a pleasant good morning to you, coming from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Thursday, January 29th. It looks like we're in for a big day here of action in NBA, NHL, and college basketball. We've got a big card in the National Hockey League tonight, 15 games on the docket. We've got NBA as well, 7 games, and I'm going to look at 5 college basketball games today on Mid-Major Thursday and maybe take your request. Thank you for joining me here on the show as we get ready to go here with the action on Thursday. Coming off a pretty big day here on the show yesterday. Man, we rocked it yesterday here with the picks, so let's try to do it again here. I mean, we should have a big crowd in the chat today after crushing yesterday here on the show. Thanks for joining me, and good to see everyone. We'll get to the chat here in just a moment. First, we're going to cover some of the action here on Wednesday night, and mostly some college basketball roundup. But man, we got to talk about. I've got to talk about. You don't have to talk about it. I got to talk about some winners. We swept the card yesterday in the NHL here on the show. We had winners on the morning steam with the Flyers and the Blue Jackets game to go over yesterday. We also had the Avalanche and the Senators. What did we have? We had the Senators in that one as a winner, and we wrapped it up with a winner with the Rangers and the Islanders. And for good measure, we did have the Grand Salami over 19.5. It looked like a little bit of a struggle at the end there, but not really with the, figure with the way the goals were coming in the final scores last night. We easily hit the Grand Salami yesterday at 19.5. How many goals did they end up there with yesterday? 7, 8, and 7. Hey, I can add. That's 22. We won that Grand Salami there. Yeah, it took it to the last minutes of the last 2 games, but was it ever in question with each winning team scoring 5 goals yesterday? That's a pretty good day here, 4-0 in the NHL on the show. We also kept it going in the NBA last night here on the show as well with plenty of winners. We did win our only NBA sports money premium yesterday when we hit the Lakers game and Cavaliers. We had the Cavaliers as our premium pick over at winnable.com. You can get more picks from me if you think these are hot. Get my premium picks over at winnable.com. We gave out the Cavaliers there about 35 minutes before game time there in that one. And look what happened. I mean, the Lakers were pretty much a no-show in that game despite LeBron's return to Cleveland. Could he end up in his career in Cleveland? There was a lot of the talk yesterday, even though the game didn't go very well for the Lakers there, as the Cavaliers did drub them. We did have the winner on the show, by the way, on the under in the Lakers and Cavaliers game, because I think we won almost every game here on the show. We also had the Bulls and the Pacers game there yesterday to go under in the 113 to 110 win for the Pacers. We had under in that one. We also had the Hawks yesterday as a winner here on the show, and their win over Boston yesterday. We had also a winner with the New York Knicks. They got it done easily. ATS 119 to 92 over the Knicks. We also had Hornets and Grizzlies game to go under as the rash of unders continued. Look, would love to come on here and win every game. Yeah, sometimes, we're just grinding the days, but really we come in here. Hopefully you're trusting me with just a good overall grind with the handicapping. We've been talking about the unders, almost kind of like a joke in a way, how many we've, gone with, but look what's happened. I mean, we know the scoring's been kind of down, and we've been cashing. Also, winner yesterday with the Hornets and the Grizzlies game. It ended up 112 to 97, just to mention it, the winner here. Also, morning steam winner, Timberwolves and Mavericks game to go under 118 to 105 as the Timberwolves got the win there with that game. Also, we had a winner with the over, right? You guys said it. Remember what we were saying? You can't go under in every game, Ramon. No, we did not. We went over in the Golden State-Utah game. That was another winner here. And we also had the San Antonio Spurs as a winner here on the show, 111 to 99. There were 9 games. I had 1 loss. I can add 8-1 there yesterday. So between the NHL and the NBA, we went 12-1 on the show. So thank you for joining me here on the Morning Steam. We got 24 of you in here right now who are serious about winning with me here on the show. I'm going to talk about the college winners here real quick, but we've got some steam to go over right now. We won in college basketball too, to really have an incredible day, quite frankly. But let's get some of this steam out because it's rolling in here. And we're not going to cover a lot of college basketball games today on Mid-Major Thursday because of the NHL wants all the attention, but we'll give it plenty of attention. Long Island here is our first steam move of the morning here on the show. Let's talk about it and get these plays out there. Long Island just took the steam here, man. Long Island was 6.5 here overnight, but they are up here right now with the win. With the move here with the steam. Long Island was 6.5 here right now. We're showing Long Island up to an 8.5 point favorite right now. It's a 2-point move off that opener, 1 point move off to the 7.5 there. Steam on Long Island. Just moments ago, as we're coming on the air, Wofford and Chattanooga. There's some steam in that one to the over there with Wofford and Chattanooga here. This one was 149. We're seeing the steam come in just a few moments ago on the over. It's up to 151.5. Steam to the over here with Wofford and Chattanooga. As we were just coming on the air and the song was playing, there were a few moves here as well, including Long Beach in their matchup with Riverside. Long Beach took the steam here moments ago. This one's at 10 Eastern and 7 Pacific. Long Beach is up to a 2.5 point favorite, a 1.5 point move there for the 49ers. Also, Southeast Missouri State took some steam here this morning in their matchup with Western Illinois. Southeast Missouri was 8.5 here, and right now they're moving higher to 9.5 in their matchup with the Leathernecks of Western Illinois. Southeast Missouri State took that steam here just a short few moments ago. Also, let's see here. I think we had a few others that were just going off here. Let me see if I have those right now. Florida Atlantic took the steam in their matchup with Memphis today. That kind of caught me by surprise, but Florida Atlantic was 2.5 point dog, and they took the steam, did the Owls of Florida Atlantic. And right now we're seeing that game currently at 1.5 here with Memphis favored over Florida Atlantic. Florida Atlantic took the steam. Just seconds ago, here's some steam with SIU Edwardsville and Morehead State. Steam to the under here in this one with Edwardsville and Morehead. It was 134.5. It's down to 133. I believe, here right now in that one with Moorhead and Evansville. Yeah, 133 at Circa right now. So the move is on the under with Edwardsville and Moorhead. All right, thanks everybody for joining me here on the show. There's golf today here, one of my favorite tournaments of the year, and Torrey Pines with the Farmers Insurance Open, and I have the address there and I have the promo code STEAM, but you don't need it to get my golf picks here. And hey, look, I didn't have yeah, we hit the 65-1 in the first week, but I did not have Scotty there last week. I did not have Scotty Scheffler. Congratulations to everyone that did. I ended up losing did not have the winner of the tournament last week. But I've got 7 golfers this week that I'm looking at, ranging from 30-1 to 125-1, I want to say, over at winnable.com. My top 7 golfers, when you go to winnable.com/Ramon and use that promo code. Market's tumbling here to start the day. What happened? What happened to all our overnight gains there? They're going by the wayside right now. So we better win our bets here. Should be a pretty big day, it feels like. I think it'll pick up a little bit, really a lot of positivity going in those markets right now. Go to winnable.com/Ramon, use the promo code. Sorry. Use the promo code STEAM, save 20% off those premium pick packages over there. Just wanted to cover it here as we got the, like I said, the golf tournament here today. And when you go to winnable.com/Ramon, you can check out my picks over there, including my golf plays here. And that's on the free subscription. There they are at the PGA Farmers Insurance this week. There it is with the week of January the 29th to February 1st, and my top golfers are over there right now. But check it out. They're there. We'll tease them. I think it teases it there. I got Spawn, Pendrith, Cootie, and check out who else I got over there at winnable.com on my longer shots here this week. We're starting with a 30-1 there with JJ Spawn. I'll talk about the tournament a little bit here since I'm giving away my top 3 golfers. Get the other 4 over there. But JJ Spawn, the former San Diego State Aztec. So I'm taking him here this week as my shortest shot of the group in there. And we're going to have fun with the Farmers Insurance Open. Harris English defends his title as they get underway in San Diego here this week. All right. And thank you to all the subscribers here right now. We're going to also, I just want to cover the college games from yesterday as well, because we pretty much destroyed the card on the show. The premiums were not as solid. Like I said, I might have to flip-flop them. I wish I knew. I do think I'm putting the best plays in my own mind, but maybe we'll have to flip-flop them here with some of those winners. Okay, morning steam winners yesterday included here on the show. USC and Iowa game total to go over yesterday. We had that one. Oakland and Fort Wayne under. That was a winner on the show. Davidson and George Mason. That was a winner on the show as well yesterday. And we also had here on the morning steam show yesterday. Let me see. I think I had one more winner here with. Did we have another game? Tennessee and Georgia. Tennessee and Georgia to go over there yesterday, and one on the added board. Central Arkansas and Queens College game to go over yesterday. I think it was 5-2. A 5-2 at the colleges. Apologies there. Could not duplicate the 11-1 performance that we had in those other sports. So 16-3. Does that sound right? With the plays on the show yesterday, it's all I can do. I had another show where I barely had any duplicates between those two, and over on that show we crushed it too. So I guess I had a good day, but the premiums were just not as good. So want to win them all. We're gonna have to make some premiums here. out of the free plays. All right, let me get going here, though. I do want to talk about a few of the college games real quick, but let me say hello to the folks rounding up and rounding in as we get ready for the show. There is Nicholas Handy there. Mike Humphrey is here today. Good morning. Bobby Mack here, ready to go. He had a great day as well. All right. Mike's got the day off today. You know what? I'm going to take the day off. That's the show. Good night, everybody. We see you tomorrow here. I'm going to take the day. No, I'm not. This is every day's a day off for me. Good morning to Nuke here yesterday. Nuke. Oh, I didn't mean to rub it in. Nuke said he didn't have a good day. There are a couple more Steam plays here real quick if I can before I say hello to a few more folks. Just team in right now. Eastern Washington and Northern Arizona. Some steam to the under in that one with EWU and NAU. That one is some steam to the under here. It came in at 145. And right now we're seeing that steam come in here. 2-point move to the under at 143. Eastern Washington and Northern Arizona steam to the under. Also, just seconds ago, New Hampshire took some steam in their matchup with Lowell. New Hampshire was a 2.5-point favorite, and they got hit here in their matchup with UMass Lowell at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific. That line currently sits now at 3.5 with that steam on New Hampshire. Also, let's see, I think we got another one that came in. Cal Poly San Luis Obispo took the steam against Bakersfield. Cal Poly was a 1.5-point dog in that one, but they just took the steam there against Bakersfield. And right now, Cal Poly is a 1.5-point favorite. So just flip the favorite there between Cal Poly and Bakersfield just moments ago. Steam on the Mustangs there of Cal Poly. And I think that might be it for let's keep rolling with the hellos in the chat, and then we'll start the show. Let me get one more in here. It was Southern Miss did take some steam here. This one was before the show. I think I might have missed this one, but Southern Miss took the steam in their matchup with Appalachian State today. And right now, Southern Miss is... actually, they are a 1.5-point dog. So that one came in a while ago, but right now they are an underdog here. So that's actually gone back the other way. So that one, that was right. That was before the show. So, okay. Last night in tennis, also, we saw. I did. For all the winning that I'm touting my. Tooting my own horn. I got crushed in the Champions League, and I lost both of my bets on the tennis matches last night and on the ladies' side. So, but we did have some good matches last night. Sabalenka over Spinolina, really no contest there. Sabalenka advances to the Australian Open women's final where she'll meet Elena Rybakina, straight sets winner over Jessie Pegula there yesterday. So I like both underdogs on the game spread yesterday. Did not come through. Svitolina had covered 10 straight matches at the Australian Open as an underdog on the game spread, and she didn't in that one. And then also Pegula had covered 11 straight Grand Slam matches on the game spread, and she didn't do it there in that one. Sabalenka and Rybakina for the final on Friday, and it is Sabalenka Friday night here, Saturday morning there. Sabalenka minus $1.65 over Rybakina in the ladies' final here this weekend. We'll find out on the men tonight when Carlos Alcaraz goes up against Sasha Zverev and Jannik Sinner goes up against Novak Djokovic. The top 4 seeds on the men's side made it there to the semifinals. All right. Thank you for joining me here. More names and more hellos. LALB ready to get the money with us here. And let's see. Greg, good night there yesterday with some winners there. Nuke says, well, I got all these games, Ramon. How come you're only doing 5? maybe we could find out a few. I said that. Nuke didn't say that, but maybe we could find a few more. But I picked 5 good games here overnight there. And let's see. Hey, everyone, like this video, subscribe to our channel, Sports Money, here on YouTube, the fastest growing sports betting channel on YouTube. And let's see here, Josh. There he is in the chat. Nice to have Josh here today. Greg Gibson as well says Colorado was going to lose yesterday. Oh, we got some steam here real quick. Let me get this one. Let me see here. Oh no, just I don't cover those sports on our show, even if Robert wants me to. See, all right. Let's see here. Let me. Thank you, Josh. Really appreciate you being in there in the chat. Let's see if we got some more here. Terrell, and yeah, that was the loser. That was the loser right there, Terrell. Of course, I went right by it because I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, Orlando, and that was the loser on the show. I had the under, and it definitely went over with the Miami Heat and Orlando Magic. Was that the only over yesterday? There. Good morning to Fernando today as well. And let's see what else here. We get ready to go. We gotta go. Art Thompson's here. Chris Warren's ready to fire it up as well. And that might be it, but hopefully everyone did well yesterday. All right, we got, like I said, it's all about the puck today. It feels like here right now on the show. All right. And don't forget, when you comment in the chat, you are eligible to win one free month from me over at winnable.com with those picks. So if you don't want to subscribe, don't want to check it out, just make a comment in the chat. You can just say hello, and that makes you eligible for the drawing that we'll have at the end of the show today. And someone is going to win 1 month of plays from me here. So check it out, and then maybe you'll get with the subscribers there. All right. And let's see here. We have one game up in here. We do have, let me see. I said there's 7 games in the NBA. I did forget that there is the one write-in game. I think actually I did a show, my other show. I think I left the write-in game off, right? Remember the Heat and the Bulls there? They got that cancellation, so I better make sure I get that one in here. How did I forget that? I mean, I'm usually I'm supposed to be like the source on this stuff, right? With the time changes and the line there, but there is that write-in game today between the Heat and the Bulls today. I just forgot about that. How could I forget about that? No one in the chat called me out on that other show with the move with the Miami Heat and the Chicago Bulls tonight in the NBA. What a bozo I am there on that one. That game comes in today on a write-in there. That was that cancellation there, I think, on the weather, right? Okay, let me get back to the group here. Also, we did see some hirings, right, yesterday in the NFL. We saw a big one there, and also we could get another one today there. So the Browns hired Monken. We were on the air for that one, right? Also, the Ravens named an offensive line coach, and what was the other one that came in there? So Arizona. So, okay, here's what it is. The Raiders are going to end up with Davis Webb. I think what's going to happen here, the Cardinals could end up here possibly scooping up here and possibly getting Kubiak, even though the Raiders look like to be the front runner. I guess front runner, but the teams that are the worst teams are lagging the longest to add their coach. And Kubiak may get scooped up by the Cardinals here and leave the Raiders with Davis Webb. It feels like right now, if I had to predict, I think that's how it's going to go down. We might see a Kubiak bolt for Arizona. That'd be we'll see. I mean, Kubiak with Kyler Murray. Yeah, we don't, I know we say always about Kyler Murray, but he's going to get one more run with it here. And I think Kubiak could at least, the Cardinals are never going anywhere. Who am I kidding? All right, everyone. But maybe we'll get maybe we'll get one of those coaching jobs in here today. Yeah, Chris Warren, Jim Schwartz. Right, that was the other Jim Schwartz said. I'm leaving. I'm out of here. I think that's what he said, right? All right. Guess we got to go right now and get started with our show here today with our big NHL card. Look, I love right now. I'm in love with the NHL, but 15 games feels like, but it's not going to be one of those shows where you just read the picks off. Maybe it will be. I don't know. Wouldn't matter. Okay, let's get going here with the coverage here. Oh, just want to mention a couple of those games. So interesting there yesterday. I know a lot of people were talking about that game between Tennessee and Georgia, right? 86-85 in overtime. Tennessee, but a little bit of hijinks there at the end, right? Georgia needs a 3-pointer. They'll take a 2 and time runs out. And it totally affected the spread there yesterday, right? In that game, it was like a pick 'em or a 1-point favorite, 2-point favorite, whatever. But did not go for the 3, just took the 2 points, and the clock ran out there. Hey, Auburn beat Texas 88-82. Longhorns led by 13 early. This is college basketball, so the other teams that had come back, and Auburn came back to win it. Wisconsin over Minnesota, 67-63. Gophers led by 20 late in the first half. They lost to Wisconsin, 67-63. They've lost 6 in a row. 4 of them by a couple of baskets or less, or in overtime. So Minnesota, a little tough luck. Iowa over SC, 73-72. Hawkeyes led by 17. USC came almost all the way back. Cam Woods, 33 for SC, 27 in the second half as he led the charge, but Iowa held them off and won again for their 3rd straight. Playing pretty good D, too. Belmont, 78-77 over Valpo as Belmont led by 10 late in the first half, but Valpo kind of came roaring back, but Belmont eventually held them off for their 6th win in a row. Some of them have been pretty close games, but they won again. Drake over Evansville, 82-78. Evansville led by 19 with 13 minutes left in the game, and Drake came back to win there. And Houston over TCU as Houston wins again. Fleming's 27 points, 5 assists as Houston won for the 12th time in 13 games there for the Cougs. All right. Let's get going here right now, and looking more and more. You know what? When the NFL goes to that 18-game schedule with 2 byes, finally they're going to be putting the Super Bowl every year on President's Day weekend, given that Monday holiday. Seems ideal, really, doesn't it? Let's see here. We do have, a little bit of steam here right now. Liberty in Middle Tennessee, steam to the under. I didn't see that one coming, but steam to the under there at 137.5 down to 136 here. Liberty in Middle Tennessee. Some steam to the under right now. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining me here, and we're ready to go with the show. Also, good morning here to Chris Warren here as well, and M the Great. Thank you for being here. And I think that's it. We got to get started. Let's go to the NBA here tonight. And get going. All right, here we go. Man, I had to cry. I had to have a big day because that soccer was such a disaster yesterday. I was so surprised too because I know that the last day is always a high scoring, and there was all those goals early on, and didn't hit all those overs still. There. So, all right, here we go. NBA right now with the Kings taking on the 76ers. NBA action here for Thursday as we get rolling with our picks and previews for the Sixers here in this one. They're favored by 11.5, total 230. The Kings come in here on another long losing streak. Right now, 6 games in a row. The Kings have dropped here right now. They've also gone 1-5 against the spread in those 6 games. For Philly, there, meanwhile, they come in here, big favorite, of course. Right now in this one, they're in here off of a win over Milwaukee, 139-122 last time out. Philadelphia's won 7 straight meetings at home against the Kings. The Kings are just 1-5 in the last 6 against Philadelphia here. Philadelphia has gone over in 8 of their last 11 games. Sacramento's gone over in 4 of their last 5, but 7 of the last 8 meetings between these two teams have gone under, although interconference matchup here right now. Interconference matchup meeting, of course, just twice a year. So we get your picks ready in the chat. What we do is we show them up there on the screen, and you're on the record. And just want to see if I can show real quick. This is what I've been working on, but see if I can kind of get it in here. I kind of wanted to show. No, I don't know if I can have time to do it. Let me don't have time to do it right now. Okay. Anyway, let me get your picks here in this one between Sacramento and Philadelphia. They did not play yet this season. This is the first meeting of the season between these two, but I want to hear from you in the chat. Let's go and see what we have here in this one between Sacramento and Philadelphia today. Chat all stars. Hello, stars. All right, here we go. The Gibson ratings here have Philadelphia by 13. All right, 76ers on the spread. 76ers team total over here for 9 Legacy. Ken Mizrahi, good morning. Nice to have Ken here in the chat today. Greg says this number is moving up here right now. Was 11 last night, he says. All right. Bobby Mack here on the Kings in this one, getting the points, right? Look, we don't have good reasoning or explanation, I don't think, right now, taking the Kings. But, look, you can't win all these games. If you're Philly right now, it's not exactly easy. Yes, they did cover against Milwaukee last time out, laying 10.5, but it doesn't feel real comfortable here with Philly, although they are 26-19 against the spread overall. Philly also 16-10 against the spread as a favorite. Meanwhile, Sacramento is 8-15 against the spread on the road. So maybe you could, but I kind of agree with Robert there. Philly beats up on bums like the Kings, says Greg. LALB likes the Kings in the first half here. Dougie Wise is joining us today. He's sending us his best play early on here, so we'll show it on the screen. He's got the Pistons in this one as his play of the day. All right, better get my time in here right now. In this one, little one note here. Let's see, we're going to get to the game, but Tyler Hero is pronounced in right now for Miami tonight. Here's also Oral Roberts and South Dakota. We're seeing some steam here to the over right now with Oral Roberts and South Dakota. This one was 153.5, but the steam just came in on the over here with Oral Roberts and South Dakota. And this total right now is currently at 155.5. So 2-point move to the over there with Oral Roberts and South Dakota Steam to the over there in that one. All right, WeDo is here joining us today. Thank you to WeDo. All right, and I got to get my play going here in this one between Sacramento and Philadelphia here today, and I'm going to be on the over here in this one with the Kings and the Sixers. Believe it or not, I'm taking the over in this one. All right. This one, I know we talked about the side moving there. In fact, this one has moved higher on the total. It was as low as 227.5, and now we're looking at 230. So, hey, I'm not giving out the most valuable play there. It doesn't feel like, but I'm taking the over there with the Kings and the Sixers tonight. I've got an over. Wake up, everybody! I've got the over. Next up, the Bucks are taking on the Wizards here in this one. NBA action for Thursday here with the Bucks coming in on a 3-game losing streak here right now. The Bucks with consecutive losses to Oklahoma City, Denver, and Philly. Washington, meanwhile, comes in here off of a win. They finally got a win there to snap that losing streak. They beat Portland 115-111 as a 6.5-point dog there in that one. We did see the news yesterday talking about Giannis Antetokounmpo packing his bags and ready to move on here. I know we've talked about it already, but it seems like we're just waiting. And now with him not playing, where will he end up? The Warriors seem to move to the lead here in trying to grab the services, but the Knicks are right there too. There's about 8 or 9 teams that may be within, but it does feel like it's going to come down to the Warriors or the Knicks if indeed he does get traded. I guess they're done with him in Milwaukee, and he's done with them here right now. So that's part of it here with the Bucks favored by 2 and the total 222 or so here in this one. Milwaukee just 7-13 against the spread as a favorite here. They're favored against Washington. They have, they do have the better record certainly than Washington here, but not a lot of momentum on the Bucks side, nor the Wizards side, quite frankly. Wizards, though, have beaten the Bucks in the last both meetings this year, or at least the last 2 meetings here this year have been won by the Wizards in this series. So maybe it is their spot here, despite the fact that the Wizards are 18-24 against the spread as an underdog, but Milwaukee just 7-13 against the spread as a favorite. So joke's on you, I guess, is the way to look at this one. For the Bucks here, they come in having gone just 1-6 straight up and against the spread in their last 7 games overall. Washington's lost 9 of 10, but covered 4 of their last 5, and they've covered 6 of the last 8 meetings between these two teams overall. Milwaukee's gone under in 13 of their last 20. The Bucks have gone under in 11 of their last 16, although 7 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams have gone over. Milwaukee comes in here 8-16 to the under on the road. So I want to hear from you right now with this matchup between Milwaukee, take it on Washington here in our nation's capital today. Let's go to the chat in this one and see what you've got. Okay. Here we go with Public Enemies on the under. Hello to Public Enemies on the under here in this one. Chris talking about the Hornets. Man, they've been fun. We'll talk about them in just a moment. Good morning to D Money. The Gibson ratings here on the Bucks and laying it with the Bucks here on the road. How about it? Still, right, a better record, no doubt. R. Thompson's on the under here in this one. And let's see the Knicks. Oh, is that the Knicks proposal there? maybe I'd hold out here to see what the Warriors have to offer. All right, Milwaukee's in disarray with the Giannis sideline, says Chris Warren. And uh, also in this game, you got Sarr questionable. Vukcevic is out. Bagley is out for Washington. For Milwaukee here, Kevin Porter Jr. remains out as well. Bucks money line for LALB. Good morning to AOD there. I don't know if Detroit can get a trade for him at all. And Chris Warren thinks he'll go to San Antonio. Little Twin Towers situation with Victor Wembanyama. Remember the Twin Tower? Remember when the Rockets had Olajuwon and Sampson? Right? Wasn't that a Twin Towers situation there? All right. Also, let's see. Milwaukee on the spread for 9 legacy. Fernando's on the Wizards. And Wizards money line here for Chris. Robert's on the over as well. And yeah, I mean, look, Washington's not impressing anybody necessarily, but Dougie thinks the Lakers could get Giannis. I don't know who they'd deal there, but all right. For me, I'm on the under with a couple of you guys there in the chat. You know it. I'm on the under. You bet. Let me get the under in this one. All right. Let's move on here with the Rockets. Are going to take on the Hawks here. NBA action for Thursday with Rockets here. Road favorite at the Hawks here tonight. The Hawks are hot as anybody, right? 4 straight wins right now for Atlanta, coming in with wins over Memphis, Phoenix, Indiana, and Boston. They were underdogs in 3 of those games and won them outright. So the Hawks are looking pretty good here too as well. For Houston, meanwhile, they're in off of a loss. They got blown out by the Spurs last night at home, 111-99. Yeah, we had that one on lockdown yesterday with that with the Spurs here on the show. And also here, the Hawks do come in 17-10 against the spread as an underdog. Houston just 18-23 against the spread on the road. Although Hawks are 9-13 against the spread at home, still they might be in their best role here right now in this matchup with the Houston Rockets. Atlanta has won and covered, as we said, 4 straight. Houston, meanwhile, has won 5 of their last 7, but went just 3-11 against the spread in their last 14 games right now. And they're also just 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games against the Atlanta Hawks here. So a little bit of steam here real quick. Middle Tennessee just took the steam in their matchup with Liberty. Middle, we just talked about that, right, with this one, with that steam that came in on the under there. Now the steam is just coming on Middle Tennessee. They were a 2-point underdog, but right now the steam just came in, and it is a pick'em here right now with Liberty and Middle Tennessee. Steam there to the under here, and believe it, my pen has just run out of ink. I think. Let me breaking news. All right. That one moves to a pick'em here right now. Okay. Also, okay, so let me continue on here with our Hawks and Rockets. Hawks have gone under in 10 of their last 15. The Rockets have gone under in 7 of their last 8 games overall. And also, 4 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams have gone under as well. So let's see here. We do have some steam on Northern Arizona just coming in their matchup with Eastern Washington. I know we just mentioned the steam that came in on the under, but Northern Arizona was getting 2 points, and they just took some steam here right now in their matchup with Eastern Washington. Eastern Washington is down to a 1-point favorite. Just a 1-point move, but steam comes in there on NAU. All right, I need your plays here, I guess. We can only talk for so long here. We got to go to the chat all-stars here in the matchup between Houston and Atlanta. Houston's gone under in, as I said, 7 of their last 8. They've gone under in 25 of 45 games here so far this season. These two teams, let's see here, did meet already, I think, this season, but let me just go to the chat here, actually. All right.
Steam play.
Yep, let me get one more steam play in here. That's what we'll do real quick. Eastern Illinois taking some steam here right now in their matchup with Tennessee Martin. Eastern Illinois was a 4.5-point dog, and they just took some steam here in the matchup with Tennessee Martin. And we're seeing right now this one is down to 3 here with Eastern Illinois taking the steam against Tennessee Martin. All right. And I am with the chat all-stars here. Here we go. Warriors or Knicks, says Greg Gibson. Jonathan Luka could be the matchup in LA. Where's LeBron going to? LeBron's not going to go to Milwaukee. He needs a 3-team deal. We saw him honored last night there, right? And they really cheered Bronny when he had that steal and dunk, and LeBron was out of the game. I think he ended up with better numbers than LeBron in the game. But could Bronny and LeBron play together in Cleveland to wind up his career? Let's see here. Chris says the Warriors don't have anything to offer here. No, but they have a lot of money. All right. Dougie says
Steam play.
everyone wants this trade to go down. Nobody's even talking about this game. Steam here real quick. I'm going to just mention another one here while we're at it. NJIT just took some steam right now in the matchup with Albany. NJIT was a 5.5-point dog, but right now the steam's coming in here on NJIT, and here it is currently at down to 4.5. So we got to move here, 1-point move to NJIT. All right. Atlanta here. Oh, these we got some. D Money gave us some picks here, not trade speculation. Terrell remembers the great Twin Towers teams. Let's see. Spread was 4 in the Houston game. Also, Dougie liking the Hawks here in this one. Public Enemy says Hawks over, and he's leaning toward the Rockets on the money line here. The Gibson ratings here has Houston. I think they're the cover right now. Like we said, yeah, the spread here in the game currently is I think 3.5 for the most part. What do I have on the screen there? I didn't look. 3.5. Okay. And Chris remembering that one as well. Hawks here for Fernando. 9 legacy on the Rockets. Robert likes the under here. More steam is coming in. Central Connecticut taking the steam in their matchup here today with Wagner. Central Connecticut taking the steam here against Wagner. They were a 1-point favorite. The steam has come in here on Central Connecticut, and they're up to a 2.5-point favorite right now. A little slow moving there, but part of this team's come in here on Central Connecticut. Am I ever going to get to the picks here in the game between the Rockets and the Hawks? Robert McCormick's on the under. 9 legacy Rockets under here. Fernando said Hawks. LALB's on the under as well. Dougie says the Hawks can win this one. They're playing pretty well, and Chris is on them as well. R. Thompson on the under here. We do's got some props. Hawks, Rockets, Shepard rebounds, Adams rebounds here. Of note, Guess we should peek at the injury report here in this one because Steven Adams is actually out for the remainder of the season. It was announced yesterday that he's going to need ankle surgery, I believe. So bummer there for the Rockets, but Adams is out for the remainder of the season. Ricochet could return. Dougie says he's come in day to day. I really haven't seen the upgrade yet for him here, but that's what they've been talking anyway. Chris is on the Hawks. Sprinkle Atlanta on the money line there. And Greg says he loves Houston off that loss. Dougie, no fan of the Warriors. And Greg's rooting for Giannis not to heal. Dirty Red. Hey, Dirty Reg. Hi, Dirty Reg. Yeah, there's no doubt. There's plenty left in the tank with Giannis, I believe here. Remember, he came in at such a young age. It looks like he's been in here for 11 years, but Terrell says they'll veto the trade if he goes to L.A. Public Enemy. Yep, I agree with it. Okay, poor Robert there. All right. Anyways, hey, I'm going to take the under in this one with Houston and Atlanta here today. We see some support of the under there in the chat. And quite frankly, that's where I'm going to go as well as we continue our rash of unders here at Field. That's, I don't know what we could call it, but all right, I'm going to take the under, though, today. All right, next up. We do have that write-in game here, I believe. Is this the spot for it? I think this is the spot for it. Between Miami Heat and the Chicago Bulls. This one was, I believe, the postponement from the cold weather there, right, with Miami and Chicago here. Miami's a 2-point favorite. Total 238. It opened 243. Talk about unders. And it also opened maybe Bulls might have opened a 1.5-point favorite at some spots, but the move has been to Miami here. We did get Tyler Hero probable, just announced here just about 20 minutes ago. He is in the game here tonight. Mitchell also probable here for Miami for the Bulls. Trey Jones is questionable coming into this one. And want to hear from you in the chat as Miami takes on Chicago here tonight at the United Center. The Bulls have lost 2 straight coming into this one with back-to-back losses here to the Lakers and Indiana. For Miami here, they're in off of a loss last night, 133-124. The Bulls game against the Pacers was also last night, so both teams did play yesterday. Chicago's won 4 of their last 6. They've gone 4-2 against the spread in those games. They've also won 5 of their last 6 at home. Miami's won 14 of the last 20 trips here into the United Center between these semi-frequent opponents here. And let's see what you have here in this one. Miami and Chicago here at the United Center tonight. Bulls also here. Let's see. Bulls come in here right now with a record of 17-8 as a home as an underdog. Miami is 14-10 on the road. ATS. Miami's been going over here for sure of late, in 8 of their last 10. But the Bulls are 10-15 to the under at home. I want to hear from you in the chat with this one. A little bit of a makeup game here between the Bulls and the Heat. All right, chat all-stars ready to go. And I'm ready to go, even though I got the heat on a little high, making me tired. I'm making me a little tired, and the heat might be on a little bit too high. Funny how that works that way. Here we go. Heat on the money line for Public Enemy. Bam, over for LALB. And Dougie here, take LeBron for a cheese pizza there. We do have a little bit of breaking news here right now, and it's on this game actually, just in the game between the Heat and the Bulls here. You might want to get on this actually. Giddey is out. Giddey is out here with a hamstring injury. This just in. I don't even think the line's adjusted here yet, and I'm just seeing it right now, coming across with two confirmed sources on X. So this line's about to move. If you do like the Heat, you better take them now. They're going to go up again. We're already seeing the total starting to move lower here right now in this one, as Giddey with a hamstring injury is out. That is in right this minute, and I don't even think we've heard from kind of official sources here right now, but it does look like Giddey is going to miss this game, out with a hamstring. We already know he's missed some games, but I've got him as out here right now. Breaking news here right now, Giddey out. And so if you like the Heat, yes, the move already came in because of the news of Tyler Hero in, but I have a feeling this one's going higher here right now on Miami. So let's go ahead and take let me make sure here though what on my pick. I don't want to just go off this injury situation, but there's no doubt that is what is going down here right now as I speak. In this one, I'm going to take the under here. This one's going under with the Bulls in Miami. Yes, we know the Bulls, lots of games over. Not really overall, but they have had some higher scoring games. And yeah, Miami, that was a high scoring game yesterday with Orlando here, but I'm going to take the under. We're just seeing the movement here a little bit there with that news, but I'm sure we'll get it here in just a moment on the line service hasn't broken in with that yet, but hey, I'm here giving you the info actually. Roberts on Miami, 9 Legacy on Miami. R. Thompson and I, we're going under. We're hanging out with the under.
Notice.
There it is right now. The news is in. Giddey out with a hamstring injury, just came in on the line service. Maybe I know they watch over there at the Don Best office down the street. You might want to get me in there here in case I don't make it, in case people stop subscribing to the picks. I might need a job over there. They've just reported that Giddey is out here just moments ago. All right. And here comes the line move right now. We'll see. There it is. It's lighting up on the screen here. Currently with this one, with the Heat game right now, we're starting to see that tote board light up. There it is, all the red right there. We're going to see what they reissue the line at right now with that news, okay? Coming up in just a moment. We'll tell you when the line settles here. All right, Heat money line for Chris. Here's LALV on the under. Also, Miami here. Heat are a better version of the Bulls. Look, remember, I was on the Heat kind of early here right now this season, right? LALV on the Heat. Terrell says when Giddey's out, you go with the Sumu there. All right. Chris says that's even better for the Heat. And a good run right now here for the Heat there a little bit. Bulls team total under. Dougie says the Bulls are no good without Giddey in the lineup. All right, I'll take the under here in this one. It's already tumbling down here right now. 230. I guess we can still get some 238.5s out there. Give me another under here in this one. Although, like I said, that was the one we lost yesterday. Greg says it's going to move to 5. Oh, man. Okay, we'll see there. All right. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, we try to stay on top of it, and I think we're on at a good time too when a lot of the news comes out. All right, let's continue on. Then we'll get back to see what happens on that. Hornets and Mavs here in this one. Today we got the Hornets here on the road, favored by 4.5 right now. It looks like totals dropped here to 226. We're seeing this one move lower as well. Right now, all the way down to 226. here in this one. Let's bring it up there. There we go. Hornets and the Mavericks here today. And for Charlotte here, you guys mentioned it. They're playing hot. They're playing like nobody's business, and it was almost as if it was predicted that they would go on this little bit of a roll, and they are looking here good right now with wins over Orlando, Washington, Philly, and Memphis. Hey, not the hardest schedule in the world here, but hey, there's some steam coming in on William and Mary right now. They were a 1-point favorite. They just took some steam here, William and Mary, and they're up to a 3-point favorite right now in their matchup with Elon. William and Mary just took the steam. I'm talking Hornets and Mavs. Mavs here with 2 straight losses here to Minnesota and LA in their last 2 ball games here right now. Dallas has won and covered 4 of their last 6. Charlotte's gone 5-1 straight up in their last 6 games. They've covered 14 of their last 20 overall right now. Charlotte's actually covered 6 of the last 7 meetings between these 2 teams, and they're playing very, very well. For Dallas here, they have their own set of injury concerns in this game. We just don't know yet, but Cooper Flagg is questionable. Klay Thompson questionable as well. So there is some issues here for Dallas right now. Look, everyone's in love with Charlotte. I like them too, but man, everyone just keeps piling on here at this point. This total obviously has been dropping here a little bit, and I might be on another under. But let me go to the chat and hear from you. Here in this one, Charlotte here 16-10 on the road against the spread, but Dallas 15-12 against the spread at home, 17-14 against the spread as a dog. Let's see what the chat stars have to say here. Okay, Markel's here today. Nice to see you. He said he had to go against me in the Hornets yesterday. He told me they're in that one. There, no doubt about it. Yeah, we did have the under as our pick here on the show yesterday, but yes, it's true, Markel. I did take the Grizzlies in the game. Dougie says, how can Charlotte be laying in it? Because Charlotte, haven't you heard, Dougie? Charlotte all of a sudden is like one of the hottest teams in the league, and they're going to storm all the way back and even make the playoffs, apparently. LALB flag over on his prop. Hopefully he's in there. Greg Gibson here. The Gibson ratings in this one says 115 to 110. I think that's an under, right? But we're seeing, like I said, this total has gone down here, and it might be apparent too. You got Charlotte 19-29 to the under, Dallas 20-27 to the under, Charlotte 11-15 to the under on the road, Dallas 12-15 to the under at home, and see what you got here. Man, am I going to play another under here possibly? Stony Brook is taking some steam right now. Just want to pass this one along before I give out a pick. Stony Brook is taking the steam here. They were getting 6, but right now, after taking this steam here, Stony Brook is getting 5.5 here. Oh, just 5.5, just a half a point move or so, but steam's in on Stony Brook apparently. All right, Mavs for LALB, Charlotte and under for Greg. Robert likes the under here as well. And Chris says Memphis was his only loss there, kind of like me with that big day. Charlotte plays a little under with the Thunder. I think that might be a parlay there. Takes the Mavs play, right? If anything, right, that's what I'm kind of riding here a little bit. I want the Mavs here. But I want to make sure I'm kind of on the Mavs already. Fernando hates betting on the Mavs, but he's got to lean that way. Public Enemy on the over here. LALB on the over. I don't know if I can get with this over here today, actually. And let's see. The books are catching up with Charlotte, finding out that they're actually pretty decent here, I think. Hornets have a big day there with the offense. Rich Stubbs here today. He's on the over in this one. Terrell's on the under. I'm on the under too. Terrell's on the under. I'm on the under. Give me an under here. I just took 3 straight unders here. I've been only on totals here so far on the morning steam show, but when you're just coming off of 9-1 or whatever we were with a lot of totals. All right, next up. Where's AOD here? We got the Pistons taking on the Suns in one of the best games, if not the best game of the night. Well, we know the Thunder playing the Wolves, but this is another good one here. The Pistons on the road, 4.5, total 214.5 here. More movement here to the under, it feels like, although some of the books are still hanging up 215.5 here with this one. Pistons taking on the Suns here on Thursday night. For Detroit, right now they come in having won 6 of their last 7 games, including 2 straight, with wins here over Sacramento and Denver. Detroit here has lost 8 of their last 10 games against the Phoenix Suns and gone just 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 against Phoenix overall. Phoenix has won 13 of their last 19, although they're just 1-4 ATS in their last 5 games overall. Phoenix has gone under in 10 of their last 13 games. Detroit's gone under in 10 of their last 12 right now. These two teams are combined 37-54 to the over here, and 5 straight meetings between these two teams have gone under as well. Let me see what you've got here in this one with Phoenix and Detroit. Injury notes here, of course, Booker, he is out of this game, out until further notice. For Booker, Jalen Green is questionable. Gillespie's questionable here. Karis LeVert questionable for Detroit. But Detroit's favored here. But look, this is a Phoenix. This is where we've kind of done well, right? Detroit, for all that success, just 17-20 against the spread as a favorite. So talk about books caught up, overrated, underrated. Remember, the Pistons are not great against the spread, despite this 34-11 record. They have the respect of bookmakers and bettors alike, it feels like. I'm going with the Phoenix Suns here. Yes, no Booker. It's built into the line. I like Phoenix here to hang here in this one against Detroit tonight. Phoenix obviously still a very good team as well. 28-19 straight up, and they've been a good cover. They're actually 31-16 as a cover. Dougie says they're 2-4 without Booker. Ramon, be careful. Free band's play was the Pistons there. Phoenix struggled against Brooklyn the other night, says the Gibson ratings here, but the Gibson ratings seem to favor Phoenix. Rich says Detroit and over. LALB's got the under here. Fernando's got the under as well. I'd have to think under, probably, right? Robert's on the under. And Dougie says that the Suns are not good against successful teams. That's where they've had their problems. They lost here recently to Miami and Atlanta, and their wins here recently have been Brooklyn twice and Philly. So I gotcha. Public enemy here for the Pistons. And let's see, Phoenix. Yeah, Phoenix had a clunker there for sure. And Terrell likes this team. There's AOD ready for that Detroit basketball. Fernando says Pistons team total under 9. Legacy is sprayed. We're going to Pistons spray, kind of like they sprayed Ilhan Omar. All right, and there it is, 11-14 straight up against teams over 500. Well, I guess I'm going to need that 4 points. Give me the Suns here tonight. Here's the Nets taking on the Nuggets. Speaking of which, right? I mean, so Denver played Detroit last time out. Brooklyn played Phoenix last time out. Can we gather anything? Are there any intersecting zeros there or something? anyway, the Nets here are a 7.5-point dog, total 209.5 here in this one. A little bit of college steam here in the background. Tennessee State took some steam here just moments ago in their matchup with Little Rock. Tennessee State was a 4.5-point favorite, but they just got steamed here. This favorite is now up to 5.5. From 4.5 to 5.5 there. Tennessee State just took the steam moments ago. All right, Nets and Nugs here in this one on Thursday night. Brooklyn here is on a losing streak right now. Make no mistake. They've lost here currently several in a row. I think it's 6 in a row right now. Make sure I have that one. Make sure I have that right. Whatever the case may be, Brooklyn has been struggling here, not only to win, but they are covering a few here. They covered against Phoenix there in their last game. Also, they covered recently against Boston here. So see what you have here. Brooklyn comes in here with a 6-game losing streak right now. Sacramento State just got steamed in their matchup with Montana State. Sacramento State was getting 6.5. They just got steamed here right now, and they're currently getting 5.5 here. I would imagine, down to 5. Sacramento State taking the steam there against Montana State. All right. For Brooklyn here, they are coming in here on this 6-game losing streak right now. They are just 1-5 in their last 6 matchups with Denver, straight up 3-6 against the spread in those games. Denver's still covered 10 of their last 15. They've won 8 of their last 12. All of this without their star, Nikola Jokic. They just continue to do well. 9 of the last 11 meetings between these two teams have gone over right now, although Denver is 22-9 to the over as a favorite here, but these Brooklyn games have been going under quite a bit of late, although they are 4-6 to the over in their last 10 overall. So kind of tricky one here, especially with these low totals on these Brooklyn games right now. You know what's going to happen here. I'm taking Denver to blow them out, actually, here in this one. I think we did see that Murray is in. Let me just double check that. It doesn't matter. I'm on Brooklyn for a blowout here of the Nets tonight. Murray is probable. Brown is out. Gordon's out right now. Valanciunas is probable for the Nets. Questionable. Williams out. Demeen out. Thomas out. Clowney out. I'm on Denver here in this one for sure. Let's go to the chat here right now. And let's see, LALB did take Porter's PA over. Fernando says go Brooklyn. AOD said it was going to be a close one back there. Pistons will smoke them, says Dougie on that other game. Greg says quick revenge. Brooklyn beat Denver, now payback. Here's Public Enemy and I on the Nuggets. Fernando, Nets team total under. Roberts on the Nets tonight in that one. Also here, LALB likes Dayron to go over in his rebounds. Or Tomps likes the over in this one as well. And under in the rebound. Okay, thanks, LALB. Under, he says, I think. All right. I'm taking the Nuggets here for sure in this one. And finally, we've got a game of the night here between Oklahoma City and Minnesota in this one, with Minnesota as a home underdog here. And in fact, this line is on the move higher here. So I think what we're going to end up seeing here possibly with Oklahoma City, now Jalen Williams is out, Cason Wallace questionable. Is it possible that Ant could end up on the injury report here? He's not currently, but this line has moved here at the sharp books to as high as 7.5 at Circa right now. I'm going to call it 7. I'm not sure what's going on here. I like the Timberwolves in this game. I'm on them. I'm on the Timberwolves. Now, granted, we may see some injury report here because this total is at 224.5. It's been drifting lower all morning here a little bit, but the steam came in on the under. But I'm taking Minnesota here. I don't know if I could pass here. Maybe there's something fooling me out there. We know Minnesota is definitely a very capable here. They've won 2 straight right now with wins here over Dallas and Golden State. We know Oklahoma City is showing vulnerability. They failed to cover in 3 straight with losses to Toronto and Indiana here of late. So maybe they're getting it back together. Maybe this is where they turn around and beat Minnesota on the road. You only have Minnesota. I don't know. Are they the second contender right now in the West? I mean, you still got to put Denver in there. Jokic will come back, but everyone respects Minnesota. It feels like right now. I'm taking them. I'm taking them plus these points. Man, I don't want to get into it. I want to get into it with you guys, but let me know what you have here. But I was talking about the trends here. Minnesota just 2-5 straight up in their last 7. I get it. Losses to Utah, Chicago, Golden State. But again, they bounced back with 2 wins in a row here. Minnesota's gone under in 12 of their last 14 games at home. The Wolves have covered 5 straight games at home against the Thunder. And we know, these 2 teams are pretty familiar with one another for sure. Remember the playoff series there at Oklahoma City. We was able to close them out there with those back-to-back wins to end the series. So, okay, let's see what you got in the chat. OKC just 1-4. ATS the last 5 in overall against Minnesota, but 5 straight at home. Minnesota's covered against these guys, including, remember in the playoffs, remember they beat them 143-101 there. That looked like Minnesota had some momentum in the series. All right, man, I'm having some fun here right now with you guys. Steam to the under here, Cal Poly and Bakersfield. We already mentioned that Cal Poly steam. Now here comes the steam to the under. It was 162.5, but the steam comes in here on the under with Cal Poly and Bakersfield. And right now it is down to 160.5. 2-point move there in that one. All right, let's go to the chat. I'm obviously on the record with Minnesota here right now, even though this momentum is on the Thunder. Terrell says Brooklyn's gonna have a shaky lineup out there tonight. And let's see there. You guys are taking +6 here, I think. Oh, do I have the line wrong up there? Is it only 6 right now? Oh, I've got it 7 for sure. Do you guys only have 6 on some of your books right now? Greg here, the Gibson ratings likes the Thunder to win, but maybe the Wolves to cover. Robert's on the under here. 9 Legacy Thunder on the spread. Thunder will win. Minnesota will cover, says Greg. SGA to go over. R. Tom says under here in this one. And Ant over in his points. Right. I mean, Ant's in this game, right? I mean, it is. I mean, the Thunder are great, right? They're great, but can they be favored in any old game, even against the top contenders in the West? A team that definitely gave them a battle in the playoffs there. Wolves will show up tonight and cover. LALB on the under here, and LALB took the Wolves with 7. I'm on the Wolves here in this one. That's it for the NBA 8-game card. Thank you, everybody. Great job in the chat. Okay, I'm going to go to college basketball next. I've got 5 games lined up. There's just so many hockey games here. I hope we got some good basketball. Look, it's mid-major Thursday. To be honest, I didn't see a lot of, I like to go over the standings and say, hey, this team, but there wasn't a lot of that going on. So let me take a look at the games here, and we'll start it off with College of Charleston and Hofstra. action here on Thursday. Let's go out to the Colonial here with this one with Charleston on the road taking on Hofstra right now. I know this one. Central Connecticut and Wagner. Here's some steam on the under. We already mentioned that steam that came in on Central Connecticut. Now it's coming in on the under here with Central Connecticut and Wagner. It was 143 overnight. The steam just hit in this one, and right now it is down here currently to 139. Wow, big move here between Central Connecticut and Wagner. All right, Charleston here taking on Hofstra in this one action for Thursday with Charleston on the road here. They're underdogs here to the Hofstra Pride. For Hofstra here in this one, they come in with a 4-game losing streak. They're 13-8 overall. Charleston's won 2 straight here with wins over Campbell and Elon. Hofstra lost to Stony Brook, Elon, North Carolina A&T, and William and Mary right now. So a little bit of a rough spell, but like I said, trying to find some games where teams are at least in contention in the standings, and we got it here with Charleston. They are 6-2, 1 game back of Wilmington here. Also, Hofstra 4-4 right now. They've done pretty well. They're 13-8 overall. Charleston's 13-8 overall, actually. These two teams have not yet met this season, although last year here at Hofstra, Charleston won 67-61 as a 1.5 point favorite. Charleston's 3-5 against the spread as an underdog so far this season. Hofstra 13-6 to the over so far this season. College of Charleston is 5-3 to the over as a road underdog here. Let's see what you've got in this one between College of Charleston and Hofstra here on Thursday. We start off the college basketball coverage. Charleston's won 9 of their last 11 games overall. They're 8-4 against the spread in their last 12. They've won 4 out of the last 5 against Hofstra and covered 5 of the last 6 games against Hofstra. Hofstra's dropped 4 of their last 5. They're 0-5 straight up in their last 5 games. 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 games. Hofstra's gone over in 7 of their last 8 overall, and 4 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams have gone over. Let's see what you've got here with College of Charleston taking on Hofstra mid-major Thursday here on the Morning Steam. All right, and that steam did come in on the under, and I think that's where I'm going with this one. I'm taking the under here with College of Charleston and Hofstra. Give me the under in this one. Chat All-Stars here. Toucan's got some Euro baskets for us today. Thank you, Toucan. Really appreciate that. Look at that. Hapoel Tel Aviv laying the points. Said they'll beat Bayern by double digits today. Thank you to Toucan. Wow. The Gibson ratings, liking Hofstra here. Roberts on Charleston in this one, and LALV's on Charleston as well. All right, next up, let's go out to the added board, the extra board here with Maryland, Baltimore County taking on Vermont. Here with these two, definitely wanted to take a look at a little bit of the added board action here today in this one. We go out to this matchup. Vermont here, a 7.5 point favorite here in this one. Currently, Vermont 5-1 in the America East. Maryland, Baltimore County 5-1 in the America East. So that's why we look at the games that we do here on the Morning Steam. You don't find it on every channel. be too easy to go over some of the major games today on the big conferences that aren't just mediocre games. This one has meaning. Maryland, Baltimore County comes in here with a 3-game winning streak. UMBC with wins over Binghamton, New Jersey Institute of Technology, and UMass Lowell. Vermont, meanwhile, coming in here with wins over Lowell and Bryant. Right now, UMBC 5-4 against the spread on the road. Vermont coming in here. Look, these two teams have not yet met this season, but Vermont did win here at home 79-69 as a 7.5-point favorite last year, and the total was right in the same range at 142. It did go over in that one. It also went over in the first matchup between the two teams at Vermont, where UMBC actually won that game on the road 80-63 as a 5-point dog. Vermont is 8-6 to the over here as a favorite. Let's see what you got here in this one. UMBC has lost 8 of the last 9 meetings to Vermont, although they've covered 4 out of the last 5 against them, however. Usually getting enough points, quite frankly, is what it's been. This series has gone under in 5 of the last 7 coming in. Vermont's gone under in 4 of their last 5. Coming into this one. So this is a good one here for first place right now at the halfway point of the season in the America East. Here, let's see what you have in this one. All right. Baltimore County here for Robert. And the Gibson ratings has Vermont to take care of business in this one and maybe go over. Public Enemies on the Vermont money line. LALB says this one will barely go over, actually. Ramon, I might be on the over. You know what? I'm doing the double play. Give me Baltimore County. Give me the over here. If you guys were requesting maybe some kind of parlay thing from me, I don't know. We've been doing a few of these. Let me take one here with Baltimore County plus the points and Vermont. I have this one around a 4 or 5 point victory for Vermont. So go ahead and give it to me, and I'll take the over, though, in this one as well. There. LALB's on Baltimore County first half plus 3.5. And a good one. All right, Coastal Carolina here on the road, taking on South Alabama. Action here for Thursday. I got to take a look at this Coastal team right now. They are hot coming into this one on the road here as an underdog at USA. So, interesting game here. Coastal comes in, like I said, pretty hot right now with a winning streak. They're in here off of a win over Southern Miss last time out. Not only are they winning here right now, but they're covering as well. Pretty hot here against the spread right now are the Coastal Chanticleers here. Take a look right now at the standings in the Sun Belt. Coastal right now 6-4, South Alabama 5-3, Troy is 8-1, Georgia State 6-3. Then you have South Alabama in there. These two teams have not yet met this season. Last year's meeting was 84-59. South Alabama won on the road easy as a 7.5 point favorite in that one. But right now, USA just 3-6 against the spread as a favorite. Coastal's 8-5 against the spread as an underdog here. And let's see what you have here in this one with Coastal taking on South Alabama here on Thursday night. I want to hear from the chat all-stars in this one. Coastal, winners of 5 straight, as I said, 4-0-1 against the spread in those games. South Alabama's won 5 of their last 7 and 8 of their last 10 at home. They're also 5-2 ATS overall. South Alabama's 4-2 against the spread their last 6 home games against Coastal Carolina, although Coastal is just 2-4 straight up and 2-4 against the spread in the last 6 games overall against South Alabama. Let's go to the chat here in this one with a good game in the Sun Belt with Coastal on the road, taking on USA. Chat All-Stars here. Let's see what you got. Rich Stubbs is here today. He's on South Alabama. Robert's on South Alabama. LALB's on Coastal here. Greg says the Gibson ratings here has it as a 5-point game right on the spread there, it looks like. But over there for the Gibson ratings, it looks like, huh? All right, now I got to make my call here in this one between Coastal and South Alabama. I'm going to take the over here in this one. Give me the over with these two. Coastal's 12-9 to the over so far this season. All right, and I think that's it from the chat. A couple more. We got to get to the hockey, man. It's gonna be a grinder here. Montana and Portland State action here in the Big Sky tonight on Thursday with the Grizz on the road. Here, Portland State 3.5, and the total 143 or so. Currently, standings in the Big Sky has Portland State 7-0 right now. Montana comes in 6-2. Montana's got my man Money Williams in there, but Portland State, of course, with Jalen Henderson and company right now on top of the standings. I don't know which team is the best, but Portland has the lead here at this point. But between Montana State, Montana, all three of those teams, it's going to be one of these 3 teams for sure. Portland State comes in 13-5. Montana comes in here 12-9 right now into this one. This one's at 10 Eastern and 7 Pacific here right now between Portland State and Montana. See what you have to say in this one in the chat. Portland State's on a winning streak here of late. They beat Idaho last time out, 69-66. They also won and covered against Eastern Washington. They didn't cover against NAU, but had covers against Northern Colorado and Sacramento as well. Montana comes in here with 3 straight wins and covers over NAU, Weber, and Idaho State. They were slight favorites in all 3 of those games. So Montana also looking pretty strong here of late. This is a good matchup in the Big Sky here tonight. And I want to hear from you in the chat with this one. Montana's covered 7 of their last 8 overall. They've defeated Portland State in 6 of the last 8 meetings between the two. Montana's won 6 of 8 overall. Portland State is on a 7-game winning streak. They've covered 8 of their last 9. I told you it's a good one. And Portland State's gone under in 4 of their last 5. 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone over. The move came in on the under here. I got to update that line actually, gang. Let me get the right line up there. It's 143.5 right now. There we go. We were right here on the air when it happened, right? These two teams have not yet met this season. Last year here it was 79-76. Portland State won in a push. Portland State comes in here 6-2 against the spread as a favorite, although Montana is 5-3 against the spread as a dog. Portland State 2-6 to the under as a favorite. Montana's 2-8 to the under in their last 10, in addition to the 1-5 to the under in the last 6 games. So I want to hear from you right now in the chat with our good mid-major Thursday. We're looking at the biggest games in college basketball in the mid-majors here. Here we go. Robert's on the under here. The Gibson ratings has it Portland by 3 total there. He says 140, so that'd be an over now. Public Enemy's got the under in this one. LALB's on Portland State. Greg says it's an under game. Rich Stubbs on Montana here. Jordy says Portland under, and here's another under. A lot of support for the under, so I'll go to the side. I'll take Portland State in there with LALB and a couple others. Give me Portland State here, but yeah, that steam came in on the under, and actually it looks pretty good. I'd probably lean that way too. But give me Portland State. It looks like the chat obviously is on the under here in this one. And I'll look at one more. I think I got 2 more here, actually. Let me see. UC Davis taking on Cal State Northridge here. Big West action here for Thursday. In this one, we currently here with UC Davis. They are 5-4 in conference play. Northridge right now 4-5. Just take a peek at this one because it was a close game. I don't know if these guys are necessarily entrenched in the conference race. Hawaii and Irvine are atop the league standings, but they do have Northridge here. Losers of 2 straight coming into this one. Losses to Hawaii and Long Beach. Davis, meanwhile, comes in off of a win over Riverside. They've won 3 of their last 4 games coming into this one. And also here, let's see. Okay, here we go. Got some of the trends in this one. UC Davis has won 7 of their last 10 games overall. They are 6-4 against the spread as an underdog. CSUN here is coming in here having won 10 of their last 11 games at home. So they're looking pretty strong, although they're just 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 overall. They actually had that 1 home loss was to Long Beach State last time. They were on a 10-game winning streak at home and lost to Long Beach 87-80. They've lost 3 of their last 4 games overall. UC Davis has won 16 of the last 20 meetings between these 2 teams and covered 7 of the last 10. 8 of the last 10 meetings between these 2 teams have gone under, although Northridge has gone over in 9 of their last 12. UC Davis has gone under in 4 of their last 5 games coming in. So closely rated game here. See what you have in the chat. I'm taking Northridge to get back to their winning ways at home. Yes, Davis looks pretty decent here, but I'm going to take Northridge in this one. These 2 teams have already met this season. Davis actually got the win at home, 89-80 as a 3.5-point favorite in the first meeting. Okay, let's see here. Robert's on Northridge here. Greg, the Gibson ratings right on the line, maybe a little bit of under in there. Robert also on the under. Robert Dixon's here. Must be time. He likes Cal State Northridge here on the money line. And LALV likes the under here in this one. All right, I think that is it. Man, we didn't look at any big games here today, did we? Big conference games. Let me see here. I got one I can squeeze in here, I think. We got to have one game from the major conferences. That'd be too cocky here. Let me type this in here real quick. Let's take a look at one game here that is interesting here anyway. I know there's some other nice games today, but Colorado and Iowa State's a 17-point spread. Let's look at this one. Penn State and Northwestern for a game. I know also Washington, Illinois was a big spread, but this one's at least a closer spread. So let's just pick this one out of a hat. Here, maybe we should roll the money line dice for this game. We've never done it really yet officially, but I don't want to. We like to have a little fun, but Penn State loser is on a losing streak right now. That's for sure. So had to pick. I had to pick this one, huh? Penn State here right now. Yeah, they're having some struggles here. Lost to Ohio State last time out. They are, 8-12 ATS so far. Penn State, but Northwestern 7-13 against the spread. They're 3-9 against the spread as a favorite. They're coming in off of a loss to UCLA. They did cover. They were an underdog in that game, so. This one's a little goofy here. These two teams have not yet met this season. Penn State won the meeting last year, 84-80 at home as a 4.5-point favorite. So Northwestern covered the spread in that one. Oh man, did we really have to pick this one of all games? What was I thinking? We already had those other games kind of handicapped. All right. Well, I put myself into this situation. Penn State's on a 7-game losing streak. They've won 9 of the last 12 against Northwestern and covered 5 of the last 7 against the Cats. Penn State's gone over in 4 of their last 5 games overall, but Northwestern's gone under in 5 of their last 6 games coming in. Northwestern has lost 6 of 7, and they're 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 at home. 6 of the last 9 meetings between these two teams have gone under. The widely recognized steam came in on Penn State in this one, and it also came in on the under here. And right now, the current line is 7 and 148, maybe 7.5. Let's call it 7.5, 148. And then get some picks from you, and then that's it. We got to get to the 15-game hockey card. That's going to take an hour. All right, let's see what you got here in this one. Like I said, Northwestern not a good cover at all. Penn State is 4-2 to the over on the road, 6-4 to the over as a dog here in this one. Let's see what you got. Probably should have looked at Illinois or something. They're a little more exciting with that offense, but all right, this one just happened to be closer, so that's what I went with. All right, okay. So here in this one, we're gonna go. Let's go to the chat before I make my pick. I need to see what you guys have. Jordy says, "How about the soccer today?" No, in fact, I think I've been fired as a soccer handicapper after yesterday. I think I went. Correct me if I'm wrong, but on the plays we sent out, I think we were 4-11 or something. I went big on the final day of the Champions League, but today we got Europa League today. That's the featured attraction here for sure right now. Also Saudi Premier League here going right now. You got a game currently in progress in the Saudi Premier League here currently, but. All right, let's see here. Robert's on Penn State here in this one. I think I like that. Here's LALV on the over. The Gibson ratings here say, I think take maybe Penn State in the under there is what the Gibson ratings say. And Nine Legacy says the best bet of the day is Penn State on the money line. Greg's on Penn State in the under. I think that's what I'm totally in line with here right now in that one with you guys. And I like it too. Give me Penn State and the under. We're going to do 2 parlays today. Penn State and the under here, I think, is what I like as well. Can I do that? Let's do that. I'm only having 6 games previewed here, so let's take another parlay here. I'll take Penn State plus the points, and I'll take the under here in this one, and that's it. We've got to go to hockey. 15 games in hockey. All right, settle in. Here we go. Massive card here on the ice. And after yesterday, let's do it. First up, Blackhawks and Penguins here in Pittsburgh on Thursday night. NHL action here for Thursday. for the Blackhawks. Here looks like Spence. Let me fire up the goalie computer here because I thought actually that we weren't sure who was going to be in goal in this one, but starting to see some of the confirmations out there right now. So let me just call it up here real quick. Okay. It's going to be, I knew it. Okay. Soderblom in goal here, very likely to be in goal today against Silovs. So none of the above. I'm glad we checked. I was pretty sure I looked at that crooked-eyed there a little bit. For Soderblom here, 5-8-2 record, 3.75 goals against, 87.5% save percentage. For Pittsburgh and Silovs here, he's 9-6-8 with a 3.0 goals against, 89.5% save percentage. Penguins have won 4 straight games coming in with wins over Seattle, Calgary, Edmonton, and Vancouver as they swept the Northwest Swing. How about that for Pittsburgh? What a great accomplishment. For Chicago, meanwhile, consecutive losses here to Tampa Bay, Florida, and Minnesota, but Chicago's playing well. We had them on the puck line in that game against Minnesota. They're in every game right now, are the Blackhawks here. They're going to be in this game too, I have a feeling, against Pittsburgh. The Blackhawks are playing some of their best hockey of the season, despite this 3-game losing streak, because they were hot before that, and they played well outside of the Florida game. They didn't have a chance there, really, but they played Tampa tough. They played Minnesota tough there, obviously, in that last game. That one went to a shootout, and Chicago did lead 3-1. They blew the lead. I get that, but they've just been playing pretty well here for sure of late, man. I kind of like them in this game. Let me know what you have, though, and maybe I can consider the total here, but I don't know. I kind of like Chicago. Let's go to the chat. All Stars here. Chicago has lost 6 of their last 8 overall, but like I said, it feels like they're in every game. Chicago's beaten Pittsburgh in 14 of the last 20 matchups between the two teams. Here we go with Fernando. I was so mad there in the soccer matches yesterday. I'm just so thankful that I'm very thankful that I crushed the card at night, because I was sitting there. I was down 8 or 9 units, and it was, and we hadn't even got to the basketball. I was steaming, man. I pretty much ate myself into oblivion here yesterday. No wonder I'm so tired. I ate everything, and they're in the soccer yesterday. All right, Josh has been out. He didn't even know that Skinner had been traded there for. Oilers and Penguins swapped the goalies last month, about maybe 2 months ago. Public enemies on the Penguins here. Greg says Chicago on the puck line. LALB is getting ahead of us here, but there's Greg says Pittsburgh by a goal. Robert's on the over here. Sharks puck line for LALB tonight also, and we'll get to all these games. All right. And Kraken here for LAL. We'll get to all of the matchups here. Rich Stubbs, Penguins and over here. LALB's on the under. I wouldn't be surprised if Chicago wins either. And here's Jordy on the Penguins here in this one. Chicago's gone over in 4 of their last 6. Penguins have gone over in 4 of their last 6. Teams met in December. Penguins won at Chicago 7-3. Penguins are 14-10 to the over at home here. Pittsburgh is 3-7 at home. Their last 10 against Chicago. 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone under. All right, there's Jermaine in the chat. Always good to have Jermaine stop by. And look, I like Chicago in this one. I'm taking Chicago in an upset today. Give me the Blackhawks here in this one. I probably have a premium total here. So give me Chicago though. I like Chicago here today. Next up, Winnipeg at Tampa Bay. We got Tampa Bay, a big favorite here in this one against the Jets. And look, the Jets are in here off of a win last time out over New Jersey, but Tampa Bay's been looking pretty solid. The only clunker they had there, they lost to Columbus. We were on Columbus in that game, but other than that, they beat Dallas, San Jose, Chicago, and Utah. Not the toughest schedule, but those teams are playing well. Tampa comes in here 33, 14-4. Winnipeg's just 4-15 as an underdog. This one, you kind of got to look at the puck line here. Winnipeg 13-6 as a puck line dog. That's worthy. Tampa Bay 16-26 as a puck line favorite. It's not too bad actually here with Tampa Bay. Maybe Tampa could be the side here actually. Maybe it will be a blowout. Winnipeg's just 2-10 straight up in their last 12 on the road. They've dropped 14 of 20. They have beaten Tampa Bay in 5 of the last 6 meetings, but Tampa's won 6 straight at home, 15 of their last 17 overall. Winnipeg's 14-5 to the over as an underdog. Tampa's gone under in 6 of their last 7. 6 of the last 9 meetings have gone over between these two teams. Let's see what we got in the chat here in this one with Winnipeg and Tampa Bay today. Chat All-Stars here has Tampa and the over. The Gibson ratings here are, say, 4-2 there. I'm on the under here in this one, gang. Give me the under with Winnipeg and Tampa here. Winnipeg team total under. I'm thinking team total under there maybe for Winnipeg. I think Winnipeg might be in trouble offensively in this game. Robert says Tampa Bay on the 60-minute line. LALB on the over here. And, big number here. What is it, even higher than 210 right now? But I'll take the under. Oh, look, I got to update that total. Oh, it's clearly 5.5. That's okay. In fact, Public Enemy says it right there. And Jordy likes the under, but let me change the graphic here because I'm a little stale on that. 6 under 20. It's clearly 5.5. It's shaded to the tell you what, Bovada showed. I'll call it 5.5 flat. Bovada has it under -112. So give me the under here. It's 5.5 clearly in most spots. I'd probably, I'll take 6 under 35 or 40, but grade me at 5.5 here on the show, and I will take the under in this one. Let me look at the goalies here too, real quick. I'm pretty sure nothing confirmed, but Hellebuck and Vasilevsky. Maybe they're not what they usually are. I'll take the under though. I'm with you, Greg. 4-1 sounds perfect. All right, the Kings are on the road taking on the Sabres. Wow. Does that look interesting here? The Kings are on a little bit of a roll here. We know Buffalo, Stanley Cup favorites at this point. Alex Lyon likely in here today with Luukkonen's expected to miss at least a week here, so Lyon's going to get some extra action here right now. And look, he's been just as fine. I mean, Lyon's been good. That's important for Buffalo here right now. Coming off his second shutout of the season, they beat the Islanders 5-0. Lyons won 9 straight outings with a 2.11 goals against and a 92.5% save percentage. He's 12-6-3 with a 2.7 goals against. But the Kings come in here 3-0-3 in their last 6 games right now. Pretty good run for the Kings here, starting to get those points back. They have consecutive wins over the Rangers, St. Louis, and Detroit. Watch out in this one, Buffalo. As awesome as they've been, this is going to be tough, and I think it's reflected in the line there. Buffalo here, $1.25 or so. Total 6 under. It's definitely under. Under's favored now. Let me fix that. In fact, I don't know if it ever I don't know if over was ever favored actually in the game, but here we go. Let's hear from you in the chat in this one. Good game here with the LA on the road here taking on Buffalo here tonight. The Kings have lost 8 of the last 12 meetings against Buffalo overall. They're also 4-12 here in the last 16 years at Buffalo. Always kind of a tough spot for them. Buffalo's won 16 of their last 20. And they've gone over in 6 straight at home and 9 of their last 12. LA's gone over in 4 of 6 on the road, but under in 5 of their last 7. 7 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams have gone under here right now. But man, I want to try the Kings in this spot here. I'm gonna take the Kings. I'm gonna be that guy today. Give me the Kings in this one on the road against Buffalo tonight. I'm going to take an upset here and try the Kings to stop that Buffalo momentum. Kings are playing well. This feels like one of the best games of the night. Buffalo and over here for Rich. Roberts on the Kings with me. 9 Legacies on the Kings. Greg Gibson likes Buffalo. That looks like the Buffalo Wild Wing, right? What does that commercial say? I've never seen anyone like you, Mr. What's the Buffalo's name there in the Buffalo Wild Wings commercial? Robert's on the under here. King's money line for LALB. Hank the Buffalo, right? Jordy's on Buffalo money line. LALB says 3-7 to the under. Last 10 meetings between the two, right? Buffalo to win, says Greg, and Public Enemy's got the under here in this one. I'm going to take the Kings in this one. Mammoth on the road here taking on Carolina Hurricanes here. How about this one? Carolina coming in 32, 15, and 5. Utah solid 28, 21, and 4 here right now. A pretty big line, $1.85. Mammoth have been pretty decent for sure. And in fact, this one's down to about 165. Maybe I see 175 at stations, but nothing close to 185. 175 is the max. I'll call it 170. That still might be a little high. The total here is 6 for the most part. Let me change that up. 6 flat, maybe. With the Mammoth on the road here. Mammoth, both teams playing well, both teams off of a win following a loss. They were on winning streaks before that. Utah beat Florida 4-3 last time out on the road. They're in regulation. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they're off a 4-1 win at Ottawa. Utah is still just 7-12 as an underdog this season. Carolina has been a favorite pretty much in every game this season except 4 or 5, maybe 6 of them here right now. But, man, like I said, was a big price. Starting to pile up here a little bit for Utah on the puck line. Carolina is 18-29 as a puck line favorite. Utah 11-8 as a puck line underdog coming into this one. Utah's won 6 of 7 coming in, but they're just 2-9 in their last 11 against Carolina. Carolina's won 4 of 5 and 5 of their last 6 at home. Carolina's also won 6 of the last 7 meetings between the two franchises here in Carolina. Carolina's gone under in 4 of 6. Utah's gone under in 6 of their last 9 on the road, although 4 of their last 5 at home or to the over after that homestand. First meeting of the season here between these two teams. Let's see what you like with Utah taking on Carolina here in this one today. And, man, what is the Utah puck line price? Because feels like I like Utah, actually. Maybe just take them on the minus $1.75. Oh, man. And the Hurricanes are so good. I might have to just lay this chalk here on the puck line with Utah today. Let me go to the chat here. Carolina is 18-10 to the over at home, but Utah, they are 10-9 uh, uh, to the over as an underdog. Let's help, chat, help. I know I've been hot, but this one's the tough one of the day for me. 4-3 Mammoth on the Gibson ratings could be overtime. LALB likes the over. Roberts on the Canes puck line here. Public Enemy says under. And I think Chris was giving me the puck line price there with that one. All right. I'll take the Mammoth here on the puck line at minus $1.75. That's what I'm doing. Maybe we'll just get lucky with that. It couldn't have been all skill yesterday. Maybe we'll just stay lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. Predators here taking on the Devils, with the Devils here maybe about $1.40 in this one. Total 6 here, maybe shaded to the over right now. Some books. I gotta call it 6 flat. Gotta call it 6 flat. Got some basketball steam in the background. Utah Tech and Abilene Christian. Steam to the over here in this one with Utah Tech and Abilene Christian. It was 141.5. We just saw the steam come in on the over here up to 143 with Utah Tech and Abilene Christian steam to the over there. All right, Predators and Devils right now. Like I said, this one about six flat here for sure. Devils losers of 2 straight coming in. Losses to Seattle and Winnipeg. Nashville, meanwhile, has also lost 2 straight with losses to Utah and to Boston. New Jersey's 9-15 to the under at home, 13-18 to the under as a favorite here. But man, you got to think under. But let's see what you guys have in the chat in this one. Predators, Devils here. New Jersey has lost 8 of their last 9 games at home to Nashville right now. Also, Nashville comes in having won 9 of the last 12 overall in the series, despite the fact that Nashville's lost 4 of their last 5. They also lost to Buffalo and VGK. Here, the only win was over Ottawa. Nashville's gone over in 6 of their last 7 games overall coming into this one. I think this is the right goalie matchup here already determined here. Okay, Markstrom's in there, likely in there. Markstrom 14-12-1 with a 3.29 goals against and an 88% save percentage here. So, all right, let's see what you got here in this one. Predators and Devils here on Thursday night. Jordy's on the over, Robert's on the under, LALB's on the over, and LALB's got the Predators here on the puck line. I can't do the puck line. I'm going to take the Predators to win outright here. Give me the Preds tonight on the road here. It'll be my pick. You know I can't stop betting on Nashville. I'm taking them here. Moving a little bit quickly with a 15-game card. Hopefully you guys can keep up here a little bit in this one. Avalanche taking on the Canadians here in a real attractive matchup. Colorado here on the road, $1.30 or so. It's definitely gone down a little bit from this price. I got to put at least $1.25 max here. It might be even less than that. So, hey, if you like your Colorado Avalanche on discount, here you go. You definitely get them at a pretty attractive price here. But look, they've been struggling here a little bit for the first time all season. Colorado's lost 3 of 4 coming into this one. Not only that, they've also had some, I think, OT losses in there recently of late. So, yeah, a little bit of a rough spot here for Colorado of late. They weren't going to go all the way winning them all, but Colorado's just 2-5 in their last 7 overall. They have beaten Montreal in 7 of the last 9 meetings. Montreal just 1-4 in their last 5 at home against Colorado. Montreal 7-2 in their last 9 at home. They've gone under in 9 of the last 13 meetings with the Avalanche here. Colorado's gone over in 5 of their last 7 overall. So let's see what you have here. I think it is Wedgwood and Dobish here. Davish is confirmed in this game. He's been up and down for sure. That's to say the least. Started off the season hot, then was kind of cold. Then in December got hot again, but is coming off of 32 saves against Golden Knights last time out. 3-2 in overtime, and all of a sudden Davish is 6-0-1 in his last 7 outings. But like I said, you are getting the Avalanche at a pretty big discount here. I don't know if it's going to take me off this one. I think I want to take the Habs here tonight. Let's see what you got here with these two. Not much in the chat. Public Enemy's on the over. Robert's on Montreal. He's also on the over here. Jordy's on the Avalanche, though. I guess there's no value to Montreal, but I'm going to take them anyways. Give me Montreal tonight. Look, the value side is the Avalanche. If you think the Avalanche are great and you hate laying all those big prices all the time with the Avs, maybe today's your day, but Montreal is playing pretty well right now. 29, 17, and 7 coming in. Yes, they've lost 2 of 3. They lost to Buffalo and Boston, but like I said, beat Vegas with Davish in the net there. Colorado 15-5 on the road, but Montreal 15-11 at home. Give me Montreal in this one. Rich Stubbs going to take Canadians on the puck line. LALB Habs puck line with the Preds puck line in a parlay. Jordy says he likes that discount with the Avs. Flyers and Bruins here. NHL action for Thursday night with the Flyers on the road with maybe Sammy Erson, but Swayman is confirmed here for Boston, 21-12-2 with a 2.86 goals against and a 90% save percentage. Boston here about $1.45 or so tonight. We got to update that line, I think. Maximum $1.45. In fact, some of the books are actually lower, I think, in this price. And the total here, I think, well, 6.5 under 20 is fine, but some books have it 6 over 20, so somewhere in there. Phillies come in with 2 straight losses here right now to the Islanders in Columbus. Boston beat Nashville 3-2 at home last time out in overtime in that game. Like I said, Swayman in the nets here in this one for Boston here. They've won 8 straight games at home right now. And also, they've won 9 of their last 11 overall. They beat the Flyers in 5 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams. Philadelphia's been awful of late, 2-9 in their last 11 now. They're also just 2-9 in their last 11 against the Boston Bruins. Philly's gone over in 6 of their last 8. They've also gone over in 8 of their last 9 on the road. Boston's gone over in 5 of their last 6 games coming into this one. But I hope Boston doesn't overlook this game, actually, against Philadelphia here. Now, these two teams have been solid overs this season. They're combined 61-45 to the over. Philly's 24-11 to the over as an underdog, and Boston's done a nice job here as well. Currently, they are 20-8 at home overall, 11-6 as a favorite. Philadelphia 13-22 as an underdog. The move is on Philly. I think it feels sharp here, actually. Man, these two teams solid overs here right now. Give me the over here in this one with Philly and Boston tonight. My algorithm is saying, everybody's got their own, says go under, but I'm going to take the over in this one. Maybe I'll get burned on that one, but because the algorithm was hot. The algorithm. Oh, let me get your plays in that. Sorry, gang. Gibson ratings here, 4-3. Bruins, Cal Dogs on. Colorado back there. Here's Jordy on the Bruins. Rich says Boston and under. AOD loves the show. Greg says got to take the Bruins here. Don't trust the Flyers. I don't either, but I wish they were getting a bigger price. I think I'm on the Flyers, you guys. LAOB on the over here. Avalanche on the spread. Philly Flyers on the money line, and Roberts on the Bruins here. Hard to recommend. I'm just gonna take the over here. Kind of hard to recommend the Flyers, even though I may have done it on a show last night. Despite all these the trends clearly favor the Bruins. If you're a trend player here, you got to go with the Bruins, especially at a manageable price. It's down to $1.35 at some spots. Islanders on the road taking on the Rangers here. These two teams just met the other night at the Isles, and it was 5-2. It was last night. Of course, it was last night. Islanders won it 5-2 there. Islanders 29, 19, and 5. Rangers 22, 26, and 6. Rangers just 6 and 13 at home. We know this has been not great for the Rangers at home. They play a little better on the road, except when they've lost 3 straight on the road, like they have right now. Rangers, though, at home here, 1-4 straight up in their last 5. They've lost 9 of their last 11 games overall. Islanders are just 1-5, though, in their last 6 on the road against the Rangers. Rangers have gone over in 6 of their last 7 games. They're 17-13 to the over as a dog, but they're 8-15 to the under at home. Islanders are 10-7 to the over as a favorite, 11-16 to the under on the road. So let's see how you have it here with New York versus New York. New York, New York, big city of dreams. Everything in New York isn't always what it seems. Let's see what you got here with these two. Islanders and Rangers here tonight. Chat All-Stars. Greg, the Gibson ratings are 4-3 here. Robert's on the Islanders here in this one. Rich is on the Islanders as well. Greg says hard to take the Rangers at home right now when you got the home and home, and the Rangers are so poor at home and a little bit better on the road. But you know what? Not so much of late, right? I think that's kind of a given there. All right. Let me look at the total here, as I think I want to go under in this one. It's clearly, I have the line again just a little bit too high here. It looks like it's actually 6. Pretty much 6 flat or 6 under 20. So that line's a little off. Let's call it 6 under 15. I'm gonna go with the under here in this one with the Islanders and the Rangers. I think I like the Islanders there, but let me take the under here in this one. That's my Trump look. Capitals and Red Wings here with a good game, right? Capitals coming in here right now with a record of 25, 22, and 7, but Detroit 37, 17, or 32, 17, and 6. They did lose last time out, though, the Red Wings to LA 3-1. There we were on the Kings in that one, remember? They did beat Winnipeg before that. Detroit comes in 7-2-1 in their last 10, 18-9 at home. Meanwhile, Washington 5-12 as an underdog here this season. Washington comes in here 1-5 in their last 6 on the road, 1-6 overall in their last 7. Detroit's won 8 of 10 at home, 8 of 11 overall. Detroit's won 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two teams. 4 of the last 6 games for Washington have gone over, but Detroit is 8-16 to the under as a favorite. Let's see how you have this one, Washington and Detroit. You know, we're going a little bit fast. We got all these games here today. I'm going with the over in this one with Washington and Detroit. Give me the over here. I think it is Thompson and Gibson. Let me see if I can't just sneak a peek at this goalie computer here. All right. Yeah, let's see. I don't think we have either goalie confirmed at this point, so we'll just leave it as such here. I'm sorry. Gibson is confirmed. Thank you. Okay, Gibson here is confirmed in this one. Uh, Look, he did lose. He was in that game against the Kings, but he's been so solid here of late. 17-3 in his last 20 games. Right now with a 2.05 goals against. Man, yeah, I think Detroit's going to look pretty strong in this game against Washington tonight. Yeah, Washington's had some moments. I'm going with the over here in this one. We got Detroit to light it up, light the lamp tonight. Detroit, I've got the over in this one. Go to the chat here right now and see what you have with. Of course, the Gibson ratings are going to be on Detroit here. LALV's on the under, however. 9 Legacy Caps money line. Public Enemy went over in the New York game. And Caps money line for Public Enemy. Robert's on Detroit. And Jordy's going with the over. I'll take the over as well. Panthers and Blues here in St. Louis tonight. The Blues are they're struggling here right now. Big losing streak at this point. They're 19-25 and 9 overall. Florida's won 3 of 4, but coming in off a loss, they're 28-21 and 3. That loss was to Utah last time out, 4-3 in regulation. For the Panthers here right now, they've won 6 of their last 9 and 6 of their last 7 on the road. Blues have lost 5 straight, although they are 4-2 in their last 6 at home. 6 of the last 9 meetings between these two teams have gone under. St. Louis has gone under in 5 of their last 7, although Florida's gone over in 6 of their last 7 games overall. These two teams did have their first matchup of the season already. St. Louis actually won at Florida 6-2 back in December. So let's see if they remember that. Panthers here, a road favorite, $1.50 or higher here, showing some $1.60s out there. Total 5.5 over, juiced slightly here to the over. And let's see what you got here. Panthers and St. Louis. I think it is Bobrovsky going up against Hofer here in this one, but nothing's confirmed, I don't think, just yet. But I know where I'm headed here in this one. I've got the Florida Panthers. Blues are struggling big time. I think this is a good Panthers spot. Yeah, it's $1.50, $1.60 can only do, can only do what you can do. I'm going to take Florida here and lay this one. Give me the Panthers here tonight. Oh, did I get your plays? I'm sorry, gang. Oh. Computer's kind of slowing down again here at the end of the show. It's always been happening here of late. I think I need to take some of the stuff out of videos and stuff out of my computer. It might be just dragging here. Let me see what we got. Gibson ratings here on the Panthers. Rich is on the Panthers. I'm sorry, guys. I might just have to read these here. Public Enemies on the Panthers. Jordy's on the Panthers. Everybody's on the Panthers, so it really doesn't matter here. Greg says maybe 4-1. Hope you're seeing the graphics because I don't. LALV's on the Panthers as well. Our Tom's Panthers, that is a consensus, right? LALV, back in the day, we'd call that a consensus. All right, I'm getting a little flustered here with the computer speed, actually. Flames and Wild here. Wild, a $2 favorite at home against the Flames. Whoa. Well, I mean, no, look, I know the Wild have been much more solid than the Flames here right now. Make no mistake. Wild, pretty solid team here right now. Coming in here 30, 14-10. Calgary 21-25-6. Calgary's also lost 4 straight coming in. Losses to New Jersey, Pittsburgh, Washington, and Anaheim, all at home. So they got to hit the road here to try to pick things up. Minnesota does have wins in 2 of their last 3 against Detroit and Chicago. I don't think they played that well actually in this stretch, but for Calgary here, though, meanwhile, on the road, they are just 1-4 in their last 5. They have defeated Minnesota in 5 of the last 6 games between the two. Minnesota's won 4 of 6 overall coming in. They did win last time out over Chicago, as I said, 4-3. Minnesota 15-6 at home. Calgary just 8-16 on the road, 13-25 as an underdog. 6 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams have gone under. Calgary's gone under in 5 of 6 on the road, and also they've gone under in 7 of their last 10 games, although Minnesota 5 straight overs at home here. I think if you look at the trends, you might say over, but I don't know. I think I have a feeling that this one might end up being an under here tonight if it's Wolf going up against Gustafson. And Gustafson is confirmed here in this one. He has a 3-0-1 record in his last 4 with a 3.4 goals against, 88.5% save percentage. He's allowed 3 or more in 6 consecutive starts, going 3-1-2 in those 6 games. So let's see what you have, though, here with Calgary and Minnesota here tonight. And I'll make my call here on the morning Steam show. Probably just going to take Calgary on the puck line. I think they're just minus $1.25 or so here right now. Calgary is minus $1.55 on the puck line. Ugh. I'm going to take Calgary in an upset here. I'm going to try an upset here. We had a good day yesterday. Maybe I don't mind this price. I guess we could have got better, actually. Minnesota's down here to, they're $1.80, $1.85. I'm going to take Calgary in an upset tonight. Getting a little greedy here. Okay, I'm trying to get to the chat here. Okay, Wild here for Rich. Jordy's on the Wild. Sorry if I hope it's coming up on the screen. I'm with Greg, the gut. I'm going with my gut. I couldn't recite you many statistics other than the fact that Calgary's done very, very well in this series. In fact, they did win the first meeting at home 4-1 this season, although Minnesota did win at home 2-0 here, though. I'm going to take Calgary tonight in a little bit of an upset. 9 Legacies on the Flames. LALV is on the Wild. Public Enemies on the Wild. And Chris says, be careful. Don't be too aggressive. LALV, Wild's money line with the Lightning. All right. Sorry about the graphics, gang. I hope they're getting up there. I'm not seeing them, actually. They're just way behind. Am I coming through okay? There's 50 of you in here right now, and I can't even get to the next game at this point because my computer is hanging. We're almost done at least here right now. I might go a little bit faster, even the way things are going. San Jose is on the road against Edmonton right now. There we go. All right, there we go. Sharks and Oilers here. Sharks on the road, baby. Come on. $2 dog at this one. Total maybe 6.5 here right now. It is down to maybe $1.85, $1.90. The total is a way, I have 6 over 35. I don't even know. Might be even higher than that. I'm showing some books are at 7 under actually in this one. And I don't think they'd be wrong. Probably be a high-scoring game here, I would guess. San Jose, winners of 2 straight here right now over the Rangers and Vancouver. Edmonton, meanwhile, comes in off of a 7-4 win last night at home against Anaheim. They also beat Washington last time out 6-5. Edmonton's 14-8 at home. Edmonton also 18-8 to the over at home right now. They've had a lot of overs here, of course, at home. Yari is expected in here against Nedeljkovic. I don't think we've confirmed anything here at this point. Sharks have been wonderful, obviously, here quite a bit of late. This one's going over, guys, please. Every time we see this right now with these Oilers, this one's going way over. This should be a premium, actually. Give me the over tonight with the Sharks and the Oilers, even though they have not met yet this season. Oilers have dominated the series, no doubt about it. It's been real tough on the Sharks. Edmonton's won 7 straight at home against them. Sharks have lost 6 in a row against Edmonton overall, although they're 10-14 are the Sharks in their last 14 games. Edmonton's gone over in 14 of the last 20. 6 of the last 7 meetings between the two teams have gone under, but I'm going to take the over in this one. Please, give me the over. All right, now I got to try to show the comments here. Gibson ratings 4-3 on the Oilers. Robert's on the over here. He says there are 7s on the board. Rich is on the Oilers and the over. Art Thompson's on the over as well. I don't know how that looks, but a Public Enemy on the over here as well. I'm getting flustered now. We're having a great show, and the graphics are bumming me out. Hopefully they're all getting on there. I'm just hitting them and hope they get on there. LALV's on the under, though, here in this one. I don't think I can do it. Next up, we've got Maple Leafs on the road against the Kraken here right now. Maple Leafs 24, 20, and 9, but they are on a losing streak here. Make no mistake, Toronto's lost 5 in a row. They have won 5 of the last 6 meetings against Seattle. Seattle's won 2 straight overall here with wins over New Jersey and Washington coming in. Seattle's 13-9 at home. They've won 12 of their last 18 at home overall. Toronto's gone over in 7 of their last 9 and over in 5 of their last 6 on the road here. But, Toronto, what is the line? P? Oh, pick them. Yeah, I guess it is still a pick 'em for the most part. Maybe the Kraken are just the slightest of favorites, but doesn't feel like they're much more than that. So I'll just call it a pick 'em here right now with the Maple Leafs taking on the Kraken here today. Try to show you the graphic here if it ever catches up. But am I dragging here or what? Toronto on this losing streak right now. There we go. There we go. God, guys, it's getting frustrating. Seattle here with the wins over Washington and New Jersey last time out. I think I'm repeating things just to get this computer moving. Man. All right, I just might have to make my picks to get off the air here, guys. Right now with the way it's going here, right now. All right. These two teams met already in their other matchups. Seattle won in Toronto here, and I've got the Kraken here in this one tonight. Give me the Kraken. All right. The show is really slowed down, guys. I'm just going to give out the plays and get off the air, I think. Greg Gibson had it Kraken 5-2. Robert was on the Kraken. Rich is on the under here. Next up, Stars and Golden Knights. Stars come in here with a record of 20, 14, and 9. Golden Knights 25, 14, and 13. I got to look at my notes on my phone now because I can't read them. A lot of times I have notes and I don't even, I don't see the screen or anything, and I read the notes so I can look at the camera like I was on TV or something here. Thank you, Chris. It's just the graphics here, and I love to have the graphics and everything. I just can't get them up on the screen. LA will be on the crack there in that one. Dallas is a 2 in a row coming in with back-to-back wins over St. Louis. BGK with consecutive losses here right now coming into this one. These two teams did meet back in January, and Vegas won 4-3 at home against the Stars here. No, that's not right. First meeting of the season between the two teams. See what happens when I can't get to my screen graphics here right now. All right, I guess I'm just gonna make my call here. Can't even get to my notes right now in this game. So let's see what you have in this one with Dallas and BGK, and then we'll probably just wrap it up and get out of here. Dallas has gone just 5-11 in their last 16. They have beaten Vegas in 6 of the last 8. Vegas has lost 4 of their last 5, but they've won 4 of their last 5 games at home coming in. How about that? 6 of the last 9 meetings between these two teams have gone under. Dallas is going under here of late for sure. They've gone under in 6 of their last 8 and under in 4 of their last 5 games on the road. Vegas has gone over in 5 of their last 7 games overall coming into this one. So let's see what you have here with these two. Vegas at home against the Dallas Stars. I was having such a good time. I can't even see the screen right now. All right. I've really had it now, so I'm just going to give out the pick in this one and the last game here. I think as well right now. Give me the Golden Knights here in this one at home against Dallas. I will take the Golden Knights. Last up is Anaheim and Vancouver here with Vancouver on the road. They're at home. They are an underdog to Anaheim here tonight. I think Anaheim will be able to take care of this one. Right now, they're $1.45 or so. Give me Anaheim tonight. I'll pick up the other plays. We'll send out extra hockey plays today on the go to winnable.com/Ramon. I hope I can even do the drawing. The show's over. Ramon's about to throw the computer out the window. The last thing we're gonna do here is do the drawing. I think we can do that. We're just gonna end the show. I know it's working fine on your guys' end because nobody's saying like you're dragging. It's just the comeback, I think, is where we're having the problem. Thank you for joining me here on the Morning Steam. Don't forget to check out VB MMA Picks. We do have that program up, ready, and available underneath the live tab right now. And here we go. I think we can get to the drawing. I don't think we're even going to do the special screen here. We're just going to do the drawing here if I can ever get back to the my screen is just blank. I don't know if you can see it. Does it reflect on it? It's just blank. It's a blank white thing, and I can't see anything. So we might not have the draw. Here we go. Oh, my life sucks. Subscribe over at winnable.com/Ramon. There we go. I think that's working here. I'm just going to hit the drawing button right now. We're going to see in a minute here. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Nine Legacy won. Nine Legacy won the drawing. Show's over. For the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. If you can hear me, Nine Legacy won the drawing. Thanks a lot. We had a great show until the last 5 minutes.